How to quickly get your first wholesale deal in 2023. Guys, my name is Rick Ginn, and today's video, I'm gonna share you the fastest way to go out and get a wholesale deal if you haven't got one or you need one right away. So this is a video you gotta watch. So before I get into it, make sure you do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, you hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So say you had to get a deal and you had to get the whole thing done in under 30 days. We're gonna have to do the fastest techniques humanly possible, and that's what I'm gonna share with you. Remember, this is for people that are in critical crunch time, and it's all about speed to lead. The first thing I would do if I had to find a deal like right now and I was under extreme stress to do it, I would quickly create a driving for dollars list. And this is simply getting in your car and going finding at least 100 to 200 ugly houses. House with overgrown grass, boarded up windows, blue tarp on the roof. Why? Because when a house gets like that, there's always a story behind it. Nobody purposely wants their house to look like that. And that gives us a fast track if we can connect with that seller, that most likely they're going to have to cut a deal because nobody naturally lets a house get in that condition. So driving for dollars, 100 to 200 leads is something you got to do right now. You should actually probably just shut off that video and go do it right now. Go get me 200 leads. And I'm telling you, there is a deal within that list, but you got to go out and you got to get it. Don't complicate it. Just get in your car, get a pen and a pad and write it down and go get those 200 leads. The next thing I'm going to do is teach you how to get government lists. I'm going to be very specific on this. I'm going to give you the ones that are going to give you the most traction that will convert speed to lead for you. The first one is your code violation list. Why? Because these are basically driving for dollars clues without you doing driving for dollars. You want to get a list, find the ones all with high grass and deferred maintenance, meaning the rundown properties. And what you want to do is skip trace those leads. You're going to use truepeoplesearch.com, or you can use a paid service, whichever floats your boat, and get their phone number and call them. So as soon as you have that list, as soon as you skip trace the phone numbers, you're going to call them. You're going to simply say, hey, do you have interest in selling your house on 46th Street? It's going to be a yes or no. If they're interested, walk them through and qualify them. If you want to learn how to qualify them, go over to freewholesaling.com. We teach you how to use the acronym MCTP in detail. I promise you at freewholesaling.com, I'll show you how to qualify them. So go get that code violations list. And honestly, you're going to do better if you get it in person as opposed to the phone, but sometimes virtual. That's what you have to do. And remember, guys, to overcome resistance, you have to be persistent. And if you don't do that, you're not going to get the list. And if you're trying to get 5 or 6 government lists, if you can just get half of them, remember, we're trying to convert speed to lead. So go get the list you can get and run with them. The first one was code violations. The next list, which is an absolutely free list, should be easy to get, are the pre-foreclosures. That's going to be at your county courthouse. These are people that stop paying on their mortgage for one reason or the other, and the bank is trying to foreclose on the property. Obviously, there's motivation. The key with them is catch them as soon as possible to see if they will strike a deal. The longer it goes, the more they procrastinate. So if you catch them in the beginning, you got a great shot at getting a good wholesale deal. Now, we're going to take it a step further. The code violations and the pre-foreclosures, we are going to get those lists, and we're going to use a technique called reverse driving for dollars. So say you had 100 leads on those combined. What you're going to do is create a little sticky note, like a yellow sticky note. You can buy them anywhere, and you can write on there, got a quick question about your house, Rick, and put the phone number on there and go stick them on the doors. Put out 100. If 15 people call you back, from those 15, maybe 5 will meet with you. I can't give you a faster path in getting a wholesale deal. You find a problematic property, you put a note on the door. Why do we do the note? Because it's an efficient use of time, because we don't have much time, and it's extremely efficient because you don't have to have 100 conversations, you only have 15. Use reverse driving for dollars with that code violation and the pre-foreclosure. This is honestly the fastest way to get your first wholesale deal. Number 3 is a little bit different of an idea, but this is all about speed to lead, and they're bandit signs. Now, I don't want you to go out and buy hundreds or 500 or 1,000 bandit signs, the complete opposite. I want you to go find a sign store, a box store, and go get 10 or 15 signs, 18 by 24, all white, and you're going to get the big black Sharpie marker. And basically on the top line, you're going to say, sell your house today. The second line is going to say, in any condition, any situation. The third line is your virtual phone number, only printed on one side. Put a stake in it, put it in the ground, put 10 or 12 out at a time. And here's the key. Answer your phones live. If you're not going to answer your phones, don't do this technique. This is all about speed. When a seller gets the guts to call you, got to answer that phone. How do you answer it? Hey, hello, how you doing? Just very simple, and answer their questions and see if you can qualify them on the phone. Guys, this technique's often overlooked, but it's extremely effective. It doesn't cost you a lot of money, and it will yield you the highest and best results. And the really cool part is you can move your signs around. If you put it in an area and you got 0 phone calls, it means they got picked up, or people can't see your signs. Heed the warning and move your signs accordingly. The next way is taking the same bandit sign strategy, but we do it digitally. Now, I teach you how to do this in detail at freewholesaling.com. wholesale.com, but let me give you a quick synopsis. You basically go inside the Facebook groups you're already organically part of. So if you're part of like a fishing group or maybe a dog group or a cat lover group, and you've been there for a while, that's great because you're already established. You already have credibility and trustworthiness. Spammers jump in a group and then 1 minute later they advertise their services and they all get blocked and they all waste time, and you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is, not only do I love dogs and you got a picture of your dog, is I also help people sell their house in bad situations that need to sell it fast. If you need to sell a house, let me know, and then I'll also always help you out with your dogs. You see, I'm always complimenting on the front and I'm complimenting on the back. It's less spammy and it's much more organic and you won't get kicked out. Guys, digital bandit signs work well in most of these groups. Go ahead and employ it. To learn more, go over to freewholesaling.com. Now, I just gave you 4 quick down and dirty techniques. I'm going to give you a bonus 3 techniques that you can add to us, but you have to promise me you'll do steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 before you do 5, 6, and 7. Number 5 is you're going to reach out to property management companies. Rick, why do I want to deal with property management companies? Because they manage hundreds, if not thousands, of properties to landlords. And I hate to tell you this because I'm a landlord. Some of these landlords are cheap and all they do is look at spreadsheets. They don't understand when the property's getting run down or the tenants beat it up. The property manager begs them, Mr. Rick, please, you got to put a couple $1,000s and fix this property. The floor's bad. The roof's going bad. Eventually it gets to the point where the tenants move out and now they've got a $30,000, $40,000 repair. What better person to call on a wholesaler like me? Guys, I've done hundreds of deals just like this. You're going to have to befriend the staff on them. They're usually young ladies running these companies and they're usually licensed realtors. And you got to understand, some properties are so ugly, so bad, they want them off their books. Now, they want to list them, but they know listing them on the MLS is probably going to be problematic. What better way than have you buy their property for cash and give them their full commission? That's exactly how you're going to present it. And you need to chase down every property management company and occasionally drop them off treats like donuts, cookies, all during the holiday times, all that good stuff. Guys, don't overlook property management companies. Which leads me to number 6, your title companies. Title companies keep the pulse on how many deals are being done in your market. They know who the real buyers are. They know who the real sellers are. And honestly, they know which realtors play the game best with wholesalers. And for that reason, if you can connect with your title company or surrounding title companies, they will tell you who the players are in their market, and it will save you months, if not years, of you trying to figure this out on your own. Now, I've been doing it at 21 years. I've figured it out, but honestly, if you go to your title company, you can cut 20 years off your learning curve. Just help them. How do you help them? You always try to bring them deals. You always talk positively about them. And then by doing that, they're going to share information for you. I've had title companies bail me out with cash buyers in less than 24 hours. I've had them bring me deals that fell apart that the seller absolutely had to have closed. And honestly, they know the best cash buyers and the best realtors in your market. Take full advantage of your title companies, guys. It is a great place to find deals. Last one is more of a general. Number 7 is just overall general networking. And this is a skill set that will always be around. So when I said networking, I want you to go to your local RIAS, stands for Real Estate Investment Association. Listen, other than a membership, don't buy anything there because they're there to sell you like everything under the sun. The real value is in before the meeting and after the meeting in the parking lot. It's a great place to network with people that have been wholesaling a lot longer than you, sometimes longer than me. You'll find cash buyers there. You'll find like incredible realtors, and you'll find people that follow certain niche markets, and you can learn a lot from them. And why not? It's a great opportunity to do JV deals with other wholesalers. Sometimes you're really good at finding distressed sellers, but you're not very good at finding cash buyers for the top dollar. And sometimes you guys can put your synergy together. I did that the first 2 years of wholesaling. Extremely valuable. You can always learn how to dispo down the road. But honestly, if you're weak in one area and another wholesaler strong, you might as well make money together. It's a heck of a lot better than earning nothing. I'd rather you guys split it. I also want you to network with realtors. There's 2 ways to work with realtors. You can have them give them their tired and old listings, which honestly, most of them don't work out. It's just the truth after doing this 21 years. If you're sitting around waiting for that, it's extremely rare, but occasionally it does happen. It has to take some really rough market conditions. The better way is to prep your realtors and to teach them how to identify problematic properties when it's put on their radar. Maybe they sold a property to a individual 10 years ago, and now they want to relist it and find out the property is brand new. Now it's really run down, and they don't have the heart to tell them, like, listen, your property is rough. It needs a lot of work, and I can't put it on MLS like that. I have a cash buyer that could probably give you the best offer without going through all the charades. That's something you're interested in, and that's perfect because your realtors know exactly what the sellers want. And if you get them on your side and you pay them their full commission, and I mean their full commission, it is a huge win. I don't want realtors calling me every minute of the day. They call me once or twice twice a year, I'm okay with it because they feel like they're going to get somewhere. Because if a realtor calls you 2 or 3 times a day or a week and you don't deliver, they'll stop calling you. So set your expectations to the rough properties when they come up and let them know you're going to pay them their full commissions. It is extremely powerful to use this networking tool. And guys, it doesn't stop. You can go on with probate lawyers, with professionals that close this business. It is endless with the people you can network. Anybody associated with real estate, your family, your friends, you have no idea. Remember, you're the guy who just buys houses for cash and you don't care what the properties look like. You make it super convenient and you're not there to judge anybody. Just by using that elevator pitch will give you the upper advantage on all other wholesalers. Remember, be yourself, be authentic, because that's how people connect and they feel you're being honest with them. And if you're going to be honest, they're going to be more vulnerable and you can help people out. So guys, let me know which one of these techniques you're going to do right now to go out and find a quick wholesale deal. And remember, you've got to use steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 first before you go to 5, 6, 7, because these are based on speed to lead. Remember, it's about getting a deal quickly. This is what that video is about. Yes, there's a million other techniques, and if you want to learn them all, go over to freewholesaling.com. Me and my son will show you exactly how to do every technique in the wholesaling business, but let's go ahead and get you started. Let me know in the comments which ones you're using, and if you got value from this video, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button to continue to receive videos just like this. Guys, I appreciate you. This is Rick Ginn, and I'll see you in the next video.